Some time ago, terms like data science or data engineering were unknown. Data science was called data mining. Data engineering, on the other hand, were called more data warehousing or ETL. Time moves on and things have changed. Specialists who we call today data engineers have become one of the most desired and well-paid experts in many companies. So what does data engineering really means today? Let's take a look at the real-life example, which is super popular nowadays. We all know that cost of the electricity, oil and transportation increase. This obviously have an impact on prices, what can be a big concern for our sales manager somewhere in America, who for many years was getting his goods from Europe and China with a specific price. As everything becomes more expensive, he knows that he needs to increase the price in order to maintain the margin, but he don't know by how much. If he will increase the price by too much, he will lose his competitiveness and customer. So at the end of the day, he needs a simple chart or the simple number telling him if the prices of the transportation, oil and electricity increase and by how much, or they decrease and he should decrease his price, let's say by 10%. He needs data. The good thing is that all the required information are already available. The thing is that they are available in the different places in different format. Part of it can be available in the third-party software, which is responsible for the transportation. So there we have API and the information how much he need to pay for the transportation. Part of the data, like the data about the oil cost, are available somewhere in files, and part of it are already available in his company in internal databases. Whole trick is about connecting dots together. In order to do that, we need to call our hero. We need to call a data engineer, a person who with the use of Python or some software like Fivetran, Airbyte and so on, Apache Nifi, will extract the information from all the sources. Then he will put it on some storage. It can be cloud, it can be on-premise solution. At the beginning in files, dirty files, which required to be cleaned, unnecessary information have to be removed, and we need to filter only what is really important. Then our hero needs to join the data in Apache Spark or in some other software, Azure Data Factory and so on, in order to build a simple table in our data warehouse, data lake or whatever, on top of which we will deliver one simple but meaningful information for our sales manager. All of that, it's called data engineering. Maybe besides creating a chart, creating the diagram, in the small companies like startups, data engineers develop dashboards, that's true, but in the big companies like corporate, usually there is a separate team. At the end of the day, the data engineer is a person who needs to deliver the data. He needs to find the data and move it from one place and one format or multiple formats to different place and usually different format. All of that is easier to say than to do. Volume of data increase. Sometimes we are moving 5 megabytes per day. Sometimes we are moving 3 or more terabytes again per day, which is really massive. On the other hand, sometimes data are real time. They are moving really fast and it's very difficult to analyze it. All of that raises multiple questions. Should we use a data warehouse? Should we use data lake or maybe lake house or maybe data mesh, which becomes popular thing, new thing nowadays? Or let's keep all the history in Kafka. So successful data engineer will definitely master a couple of those technologies, but will also have the capabilities to select right technology for right project. This is way more technical job than data scientists. Data scientists, yes, super smart people, but they are focusing on mathematics, statistics, and machine learning algorithm, while the data engineer is a tech guy who needs to understand business, who needs to understand the extreme number of the technologies, knows how to put it together to make a working system and deliver high quality data at the end of the day. On the top of that, there are additional constraints like how much money we have, how much time we have to do the project, do we have data governance, maybe some restrictions like GDPR, and many other. There is probably new technology coming every week, but some must-have for every data engineers are, first of all, SQL. It already has multiple years, but it doesn't look it's going anywhere. The second is Python, the most popular programming language in data engineering. There are other languages like Scala, Java, but Python is number one. Third thing is databases, at least relational databases, a bit about NoSQL databases. You don't need to know all, but you need to understand a concept. The fourth thing is you need to understand the concept of streaming data. It can be with Kafka, for instance, PubSub or other things, and then basic of cloud. Even if your company is having everything on premise, understanding one of the cloud, it can be AWS, it can be GCP or Azure, will help to understand the latest trends. Usually those vendors are really good in implementing solutions which are the latest and greatest, so you don't need to use them. But even if you are familiar with them, it makes you understand where the market is going. And the rest depends on the specific technology stack which company is using. At the end of the day, the data engineering area is really growing. If we look on the Google Trends, we see that especially the last years it's ramping up. It's still nothing so popular as data science, but I bet that one day it will be the same popular as data scientist or more. Simply based on my observation, there is need for more data engineers in average company than need for data scientists. When you need 1, 2, 3 data scientists in some company, the same time you need 10, 20 data engineers collecting, putting, cleaning, aggregating and maintaining the whole data ecosystem. And also the market is really good. The average salary for data engineers very high. And I came across the companies which are paying way more. It's not easy, but when you are experienced person, senior, who can build and deliver solution quickly, deliver the right data for the right people in the organization, you really create a big positive impact on the whole company, and this is worth paying. So what can you want more? You can play with the technology, constantly have the opportunity to learn new things, what makes you smarter and more experienced every year. They are paying you good money. Data engineering is really amazing place to be. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, at least like the video and share it with your friends, enemies and family, and see you soon.